points. The Ravens lost to Cleveland 40-25. We're underway in Pittsburgh. And Holton's going to take it out for the Steelers. Not a wise decision as he's ridden down at the 11-yard line. Highest number in the NFL. So a lot of checkdowns for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And look what they do. Out of the gate, they try to get Juju Smith-Schuster involved. He was limited last week. 3 catches, 15 yards. He's been dealing with a toe issue.
It has affected the scheme of the Steelers. Last week, they had to go to a lot of wildcats to get the running game going.
And some chicanery there. It didn't work. Smith-Schuster got the pitch after the fake. Issue last week for Baltimore. Poor tackling against Cleveland. A lot of big plays for the opponents. Kansas City and Cleveland the last 2 weeks. Baltimore wanted a flag thrown.
And they got it.
So we will hear from Walt Anderson, the veteran. Ramon Foster on that left side move.
False start, number 53, offense. 5-yard penalty, correction, half the distance to the goal. Still third down.
And toss in Marquise Pouncey as well. And pitch here for Baltimore. Kenny Young inactive. Anthony Averett inactive. Rudolph goes underneath and hits McDonald over the middle. Well short of the first down, and the Steelers will punt it. 11 yards on that third down throw, but Barry will punt it. Cyrus Jones is the deep man. Jones has been dealing with a foot injury. On fourth down for Pittsburgh. No pressure for Barry. High kick. Jones gets under it, has some room. From the 39, he gets chucked down.
Fans.
It's Quoth. You were right. First down for Baltimore. Jackson from the gun. Hangs in there initially, now runs. Jackson, the zigzag move, and he just makes it look so easy. Keith Brown back involved. He had that phenomenal start to his NFL career. Running play. Ingram. He is built for Ravens Steelers. Mark Ingram, hard, violent runner, 14-yard gain for Baltimore. Can be dynamic on this side of the ball, but Baltimore already off to a hot start. It's Ingram. He runs into a crowd, and there's not a whole lot there. No gain on the play for Mark Ingram. He had to work hard to make it one in their mind. 2nd and 10. Jackson avoids it. Jackson trying to get to the outside and could not get around his own man, Ingram, who was trying to help out, but it was Jackson who chose to go 3rd and 8. From the gun. They handle the rush. He slings it for a first down. You want to talk about a security blanket. Said Andrews just flat out knows how to get open no matter who is defending him. So a new set of downs for Baltimore, now at the 25 of Pittsburgh. So both teams will point in the other direction.
Neutral zone infraction, number 90. Defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And it's T.J. Watt who was looking to, and a 1st and 5 for Baltimore. They'll go out of the pistol with Gus Edwards now in. Jackson the keeper. Jackson on a cut to the outside. Nice move by Jackson. Season. And on pace to throw for 4,400 yards. On first down, Gus Edwards gets the call. And T.J. Watt is there to greet him, a 2-yard pickup. Ingram returns to the backfield. Ingram sticks the helmet down, gets hit hard as he tried to drive forward. 2-yard pickup. Cameron Hayward and Devin Bush Jr., the talented rookie. Super Bowl as a safety in the NFL. 9th play of the drive, 3rd and 7. Jackson, end zone, broken up. Tried to squeeze it into Brown, who is 6 of 6 on field goals this season. And now 7 of 7. Ravens strike first. 40 points or more since December of 2013 when New England did it to them. But last week, Cleveland put up 40. Once again, returnable. Switzer makes a cut. Can he get to the outside? No, he'll cut it inside. But a flag down as he crossed the 25-yard line.
Holding during the return, number 92, receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
A lot of this last week with Jalen Samuels. Fake it. Samuels will toss it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Bynes, who was just signed.
Ravens.
And deep. in Pittsburgh territory at the 15-yard line. Motion man is Brown. Jackson goes to work for Baltimore. From the gun, Jackson throws. It's complete, hurdling short of the goal line. Mark Andrews with a flag down at the 21-yard line. So 13-yard connection.
Illegal hands to the face, number 68, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
And it's the center, Skura. Baltimore, 1st and 20. Ingram sets up as a receiver. Jackson in trouble, seemingly, but he gets out of it. Flag is down as he's brought down just shy of the 15-yard line.
Holding, number 26, defense.
Nope.
Be a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
It is Mark Barron. Haven't really had that since Ryan Shazier. The division requires it. First down, Jackson turns the corner and angles out of bounds. But the running back. 2nd and 3. Fake. Jackson out of the pocket. Jackson, stiff arm. And he'll throw it away. Wow. Flag is down late as Stephon Tuitt came over.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 91, defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
And it's Tuitt. From the pistol. Ingram denied. Nowhere to run. TJ Watt. 2nd and goal. They'll try Ingram again. 2nd effort. Ingram fighting. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. The power of Mark Ingram.
Well, and it's another run, so really trying to set the attitude in this game is Harbaugh and this offense.
Cox snaps it. The hold by Cook and Tucker. Ago, he, excuse the pun, but was raving about this new situation in Baltimore.
You're excused.
Thanks. Johnny Holden is back in, a kick return, and the fans happy for a touchback. 15-1-1 in the division going back to November of 2016. Give it to Connor.
There you go, Steve.
Trying to slice it, and he does for 5 yards. Good effort. Pernell McPhee, the tackle.
Kowski's been put on IR. Mike Nugent misses the extra point. Redskins lead 7-6. Back to Ian Eagle.
All right, guys, pushing it downfield. Rudolph to Washington. They had such an incredible chemistry. Steelers going no huddle. First down for Pittsburgh. 3:50 to go in the first. Connor gets the call. Knifing to the 41-yard line.
That offensive line, great vision by Connor.
Connor had 125 yards from scrimmage last week. And another strong run for Pittsburgh. This one covers 6 yards and a first down for James Connor.
Set. Blue 20. Blue 20 set.
Rudolph, fake the handoff. Steps up in the pocket. Delivers downfield. It's complete. Juju Smith-Schuster stays upright for the touchdown.
The matchup between Schuster and Humphrey. Humphrey bumps into Brandon Carr, but look at the strength of Schuster. First of all, to fight off the chop.
After the catch, sets him apart. Extra point, Boswell. And
It's the second oldest defense in the NFL, second only to New England.
kickoff. Justice Hill is not going to take it out of the end zone. Smith-Schuster and Humphrey. Baltimore in front, 10-7. Jackson hits Ingram, who veers towards the sideline to pick up 5 through the air. Terrell. Mark Andrews told us he just throws a beautiful ball. He's got a special arm. Ingram got tripped. Got it on 4th and 2s and 4th and 3s. This is a 3rd and 1. Gus Edwards has the first down. Under a minute to go now in the first. Fake it off the hands of Marquise Brown. A little too hot to handle on that pass from Lamar Jackson. Flag is down at the 37-yard line.
Ineligible downfield, number 78 offense prior to the pass. That penalty has declined. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now for Baltimore. Justice Hill will shift out of the backfield, set up in the slot. Jackson from the gun. Underneath, it's caught by Brown. He tried to find an angle to the outside. 3rd and 2. Quick snap. Gus Edwards has got a crease and a first down out to midfield. The NFL this season. First down to start the second quarter. Mark Ingram, the carry into Pittsburgh territory for 3. Had a change in the weather down to back in 2001. 2nd and 7. Deep drop. Jackson hits his man in stride. Hayden Hurst spilled out with a big hit. First round pick in football. First down at the 36-yard line. Nothing there. Ingram stonewalled Devin Bush Jr. 2nd and 11 now for Baltimore. Shotgun for Jackson. Jackson steps, fires underneath, and Modest on the toss to Hurst. 2-yard pickup. Dime package here for Pittsburgh. This is a 3rd and 9 for Baltimore, trying to keep the drive alive. Jackson guns it. It's complete. Another hurdle. Mark Andrews, tremendous effort as he's dropped at the 11-yard line down for Baltimore. 12th play of the drive. Motion man Boyle shifts to the outside. Jackson looking. Jackson throws. Broken up. Sliding attempt by Willie Snead. Trying to add to this 3-point lead. Jackson hooks a pass. Handled. Touchdown. Marquise Brown going upstairs for the score.
Week 1 against Miami. Watch how high he goes to get this one. He's only 5'9", and with pressure from behind by Hayden, tremendous effort there to hang on after the big hit.
Justin Tucker on for the point after. Baltimore's offense doing the job so far today. 40 touchdowns this year. And the kickoff from Tucker. Now it's Switzer back there. They're rotating the return man, and this will come out to the 25-yard line at the Steeler 25. Now trailing 17-7. Immediate flag.
False start, number 13, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's James Washington. 1st and 15. Rudolph, pump and throw. He's got his tight end, Vance McDonald.
Rudolph letting McDonald break open.
Rudolph makes the connection to Deontay Johnson and picks up a couple as we send it down to Evan. And clawing for many years in this league, now in his 9th season. 3rd and 4, swing pass caught by Samuels, and High kicks it out of bounds. First down, Pittsburgh. Questions when you have big offenses in college, is he a scheme QB or can he do it in any offense? Hand off to Jalen Samuels and he gets stacked up. What have been your impressions? That's what he's looking for from Mason Rudolph. 2nd and 9, Rudolph accurate there on the pass to Smith-Schuster. The 3rd and 5 from the 45 for Pittsburgh. We're down to 8:17 to go, first half. They handle the pressure, and that one is offline to Deontay Johnson. First incompletion for Pittsburgh. Brett, they cut Tim Williams. The punt by Berry. Cyrus Jones is deep. Brings it in cleanly, and the Ravens will have it. 7 of 10 for 70 yards and a touchdown. He also has 34 yards rushing. Mark Ingram blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Now for Baltimore. Jackson from the gun. He's got Ingram as a check down. And Ingram is driven backwards. Vince Williams has returned to the lineup. Drew Brees throwing the ball with that injured thumb. By the way, Marquise Brown is in the pop-up tent for Baltimore. Jackson popped up in the air, and a gift interception. Picked off by Cameron Kelly off the deflection. The Steelers have it deep in Baltimore territory.
Now Kelly's just playing center field. He'll pick up his first career interception and let him celebrate here. Right here is Kelly. Jackson trying to get the ball to his tight end. He was covered closely that time. It looked like Barron on the tight end.
It bounced right off the shoulder of Andrews and in the air.
Actually, it's Minka Fitzpatrick.
Well, the Steelers have it. 1st and 10 at the Ravens 16. Washington, the motion man. Rudolph. Pocket holds up. Rudolph with a flag down. Gets buried in the backfield by Judon.
Offside, number 90, defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And it is the veteran Pernell McPhee. First down for the Steelers. Connor gets the call. Takes it inside. Connor, hard-nosed running style, 3.5-yard pickup. We check in with Evan Washburn.
Well, guys, before that interception, you saw Marquise Hollywood Brown heading into the blue tent here on the Ravens sideline. After the touchdown catch by Brown, he did have a noticeable limp on his right foot. He met with the athletic trainers and team doctors. Seemed okay, went back out there. But then after that play, a noticeable limp back to the sideline. Nothing official yet. We'll keep you up to date.
Baltimore is challenging the ruling on the field of the runner being down by contact.
Timeout. Walt Anderson made the announcement, and the ruling on the field stands. James Conner was down. Despite the fact that Wasso came away with the football, Conner was down. Baltimore has lost a timeout. Samuels is in. Wildcat. Samuel trying to loop to the outside. Can't get there. Well handled by Chuck Clark. It's Rudolph from the gun. Motion man. Johnson. Rudolph is sacked. And a big loss on the play as Pernell McPhee. That's the game plan. Chris Boswell from 41 yards away. And he corkscrews it through. 2 returners back, Hill and Moore for Baltimore. The kick by Boswell. This one taken at the 12-yard line by Justice Hill, and he's got speed. Hill to the outside, and slowed down, tripped up by Boswell. Snead for Baltimore. The running play to Ingram. Wrestled down, 3-yard pickup and forward progress, hit by Bud Dupree. Down to
Has in store for Brown.
Yeah, that's a major weapon out of the arsenal right now for Baltimore. 2nd and 7. Jackson in the pocket, turns into the pressure. And it's TJ Watt who is trying to rip the ball away. Another sack for Watt. Dime package here for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 13 for Baltimore. Jackson again in trouble. Spun down. Blitzburg is back. Vince Williams. Pittsburgh has 1 timeout remaining. Excellent directional punter. Can he place this inside the 5? He cannot. It rolls through the back of the end zone. Great deal. He's got a better understanding of the flow of the week in preparing as the starter. Deep ball. Rudolph. Too far for everybody. 2nd and 10 now for Pittsburgh. 3 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Couple of pumps by Rudolph, trying to buy time. Rudolph, dangerous pass along the sideline. Humphrey got his hands on it, incomplete. And there's a flag on the other side of the field at the 40. So not where the action was.
Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Ravens.
Prior to the pass, holding number 26, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that's 2 mark of the 2nd quarter. Now from the 25, Rudolph steps and throws. It's caught, but yardage lost by Deontay Johnson. 2nd and 3, Connor in the backfield, helps to protect. And the pass is caught by James Washington. So working that right sideline, Kennedy there once again. They pick up 5 yards on the play, and they'll move the chains.
Timing on that was exquisite.
They get the play off before the 2-minute warning. Rudolph hangs in there, but he was hit as he threw. Incomplete. Owasso is not blowing the whistle because they don't want to make a mistake to blow a play dead, just in case. 2nd and 10. Rudolph popped up in the air, nearly intercepted. Donald.
They're trying to rattle Rudolph with blitzes.
3rd and 10. Rudolph tall in the pocket. Long ball. Rudolph too far. He airmailed it over the head of speedster Johnny Holton. Cyrus Jones, the former Patriot, waiting for the kick from Berry. Did not get all of it, but he did get a Steeler roll, and it's Down at the 21-yard line. Flag is thrown back at the 33 of Pittsburgh. Down.
During the kick, holding the receiving team. Be 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
Career long of 61.
Ravens have rushed for at least 150 yards in 11 straight games. Longest active streak in the NFL. Add more to it with Jackson as he gets hit along the sideline short of the first down. Terrell Edmonds off 6 wins in their next 7 games. Won the AFC North. From the pistol, it is Ingram barreling through for a first down. 80 rushing yards in this first half. Jackson to throw. And Jackson's going to have to eat it. No, he flips it. Was he ruled down with Cameron Hayward? Last week, he's up to 48.5 now in his career. Second down and long. Jackson, oh, it's intercepted. Jackson laid it right out there for Mike Hilton. And the Steelers take over with 33 seconds left in the first half. First down for the Steelers.
Blue 20. Blue 20 touch.
Rudolph. On the toss, it's caught by Samuels. 14 seconds, 13 seconds. Rudolph from the gun. Rudolph. Too high. In the direction of James Washington, and a flag down at the 28-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 97, defense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
7 seconds remaining, first half. Rudolph, pump. Rudolph, he'll toss it away. And it leaves 3 seconds on the clock for the 5-year veteran. Jordan Berry will hold it. Cameron Canada, the snapper. And he knocks it through from 29 yards out to inch. Ravens will have it to start the second half off the kick from Boswell. And this one will be a touchback for Baltimore. Now, Matakevich is going to see some action at that linebacker spot. Handoff to Mark Ingram, that second effort after the first wave wasn't there. Flag is thrown after the 2-yard pickup.
Offside, number 98, defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Ingram in there on 1st and 5. It's Ingram churning out yards inside, short of the first down. Hargrave. 2nd and 1 now for Baltimore. Motion man is Snead. Right up the gut for a first down. Ingram needed 1, got 2. What will be at stake late in the season win the AFC North. Jackson, beautiful fake by Jackson. And he's down just across the 40-yard line for a 5-yard run. The players and coaches with an African wild dog on the front, a unique species. On the give, Gus Edwards. Nice cut by Edwards, crossing the 45 for a 7-yard gain. And we asked him. Another first down for Baltimore. From the pistol, Justice Hill. Little change of pace, and the spin move crosses into Pittsburgh territory.
All runs on this drive.
Tack on another. It's Ingram. Well-earned yards on the inside once again. Tyler Matakevich in this third quarter. This is a 3rd and 3. Jackson operating from the gun. Steps, flips for a first down. Mark Ingram. And then some. A flag is down at the 32.
This is a pick. Crossing route got
Pass
wide
interference,
open.
number 11, offense. 10-yard penalty, still third down.
Andrews shifts out of the backfield on 3rd and 13 for Baltimore. Jackson lets it fly. He's got Andrews short of a first down.
They got exactly what they wanted. They threw the Steelers off sides. Devin Bush stepping into the neutral zone.
Neutral zone infraction, number 55, defense. 5-yard penalty, it's still fourth down.
Snead in motion. Jackson. There was a little delay there.
I think he fumbled the snap and then grabbed it out of the air and picked up the first down.
This is the opening drive of the second half. They've already had the ball for 6.5 minutes. Jackson, tight spiral. A battle. Pittsburgh's got it. Devin Bush just took it away. during that break and decided clean pick for Bush. Fake the handoff. Mason Rudolph stands tall in the pocket, delivers downfield, and it is incomplete. He bounced it.
Look, the ground helped him with that process of the finality of the catch.
Yeah, Gene, that was our feeling as well here in the broadcast booth. Obviously, different
Found occurred.
All right, thank you, Gene. 3rd and 11 here for the Steelers. Rush coming. Rudolph tries to tuck and run. Gets out of the first wave. Throws on the move. It's complete as he hits James Washington. Mason Rudolph keeps it alive.
His way to the tunnel here. He is responsive, and obviously his teammates taking him inside, and we'll have an update as soon as we can.
All right, Evan spin. Hodges puts it in the air for the first time. It's incomplete. Flag is down. Washington in a matchup with the veteran Brandon Carr.
Pass interference, number 24. Defense. First down.
It's Carr who gets collared. You see anything?
No, not a thing.
Pittsburgh, Randy Fiechner, in his second year as the offensive coordinator. They call a running play to Connor. 2-yard pickup, so
A lot of draw plays so far.
2nd and 8. Hodges looked and now will throw. Incomplete. Flag is down.
There is no foul for defensive holding because there was a fake to the running back. It's 3rd down.
2 yards at the line of scrimmage.
So they stack the line here. Give Hodges something to think about. Here comes the rush. Hodges gets rid of it, and it's on time. Ball popped free at the end. Johnson.
I think they're going to call it a catch, though.
They will.
And then a fumble out of bounds.
Baltimore thought they stopped him.
Boy, they ought to get. Yeah, they're going to hustle the line of scrimmage before the ball. This can be challenged.
Kennedy was celebrating that it was incomplete.
Perfect.
John Harbaugh is not going to let that stand. He wants them to take a look. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line on the conversion by Pittsburgh. Harbaugh indicating to the officials that's incomplete.
Baltimore is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
Just as Johnson turns around, the ball is there.
Walt Anderson's going to make the call here. The challenge came from John Harbaugh. He felt it was incomplete. The ruling on the field was a complete pass.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Baltimore will be charged with their first timeout of the second half. And this will be Baltimore's final challenge for the remainder of the game.
With Jalen Samuels getting the snap. Pop pass, a second one. Johnny Holton has some blockers. Good cut. Holton has stood up and then driven backward as he got just short of the 15-yard line.
Hurry,
2nd and 6. Connor in the backfield. Fake it on the boot. Nice toss. Vance McDonald rumbles inside the 5. Tyson Alualu.
20.
1st and goal. Give it to Connor. Off the hesitation. Connor scores. Touchdown Steelers.
Power. Watch Clark 36 right there. Can't bring him down, and that leaves an opening right up the middle.
And the point after is good. 20-17 Steelers ball game here. Boswell the kick. And this will be a touchback. No Mark Barron for Pittsburgh, dealing with that hamstring injury. It's a running play to Hill. The cut up field, modest gain, 3 yards on 1st down. All right, Evan, Baltimore meanwhile dealing with a 2nd and 7 out of the pistol. Jackson pulls the trigger and hits his man in stride. It's Hayden Hurst. 1st down for Baltimore out across the 40-yard line. Joe Hayden now operating from the 41-yard line. Jackson out of the pocket, on the move, throws to the sideline and hits Hurst again. The level of opponent, the competition went up a few notches. Mark Ingram hit down low by T.J. Watt. Andrews sets up in the slot. Jackson rifles complete. Willie Snead. 1st down into Pittsburgh territory, and it quiets the crowd. Ingram behind Jackson. Fake. Jackson lofts it. Complete. Willie Snead again. Bounces off a tackler. Snead won't go down. Inside the 25. A part of it on this drive for Baltimore. We start the fourth quarter. 20-17. Steelers in front. Lamar Jackson out of the pocket. Takes it inside the 20. The veteran Joe Hayden on the outside. This is 2nd and 5 now for Baltimore. Ravens are driving down by 3. Jackson, stutter step, cut up field. Creative. Wow. Lamar Jackson stops on a dime and turns it into a 6-yard gain. Just underway here in the fourth. Jackson, underneath toss to Brown, and he's tackled down low by Matakevich. Motion man Snead. Jackson, flag down, and Jackson will just chuck it away.
Holding, number 86, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
There's one blockbuster left in America. It's near you. 2nd and 17. Jackson goes to the outside. Willie Snead catches it. Well, the Steelers bring him down quickly with Mike Hilton. On 3rd and 12. Jackson connects underneath again for Gus Edwards. 26-yard attempt. Cook puts it down. Tucker puts it through. We're tied at 20-20. Tucker kicks it off. Switzer deep man. And this one is short by design. Switzer from the 5. Hemmed in and dropped at the 15-yard line. He's in a game since 1977. Tony Dungy. Hodges in the pocket, lets it fly, complete. Juju Smith-Schuster downfield. Catches 55 yards and a touchdown for Juju Smith-Schuster. First down run for Connor. Flag down as he dove across the 35. Tony Jefferson.
Holding, number 71, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
That is Matt Filer on the hold, with Hodges operating out of the gun. 1st and 20 after the penalty on Filer. Connor's got a hole. And Connor carries across the 35. Kansas City and Cleveland. They're going against the rookie QB, Devlin Hodges from Sanford. Hodges on 2nd and 8, buys time, downfield, intercepted! Earl Thomas with the pick. And Thomas is still going. Weaving through traffic on a spin move, Thomas dropped at the 35. A flag thrown at the 48.
About this interception.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 23, defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Yeah, you nailed it, Dan. Pittsburgh maintains possession with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Running play to Samuels. Finds a crack, turns it into 6.
Good play. Amazing.
Hodges under some pressure. Hits his man, Juju Smith-Schuster, and the Steelers are on the move. 111 touchdowns in his 4-year career.
Wow.
Connor leans in. 3-yard pickup on the ground for Pittsburgh. We're down to 8:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Rushing in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7. Fake the handoff. Hodges in the pocket. Hodges. Home run ball. Incomplete. And a flag down.
Shot
Pass
at this
interference,
pass.
number 18, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Shotgun for Hodges. Drop ball, Samuels. Tie game, 20 apiece, 7:37 to go in the fourth. Deep drop, Hodges hits Johnson, flag is down. Johnson is tackled at the 46-yard line. Penalty marker at the 41 in Pittsburgh territory.
Holding, number 73, offense, that penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
And Mason Rudolph was out for a stretch. Cyrus Jones, the return man. That ball bounces inside the 5. Handled by the Steelers at the 1. Motivate his team. Lamar Jackson said, I loved it. It pumps you up. Jackson's pass is incomplete. Mark Andrews, and he is down. 7:09 left. Fourth quarter, tied at 20. Jackson from the end zone. Incomplete. Nick Boyle, the intended receiver. Being the Steelers' starting quarterback, get knocked out in this game. Mason Rudolph with a concussion. driving. Gus Edwards trying to get out.
They're saying he did get out. The official on the near side
is trying to get it out of there for Baltimore. Good punt. Switzer from the 43. Has some room to maneuver. Gets to the outside. And he's out of bounds. Mr. Motion man. On the ground. Connor gets driven backwards. Forward progress will give him a gain of 1. Matthew Judon with the hug. And so right now, it's Owasso with the responsibility. 2nd and 9. Sidestepping. Hodges will run. Hodges down the sideline and trots out of bounds. Flag is thrown at the 18-yard line.
Boswell well within
number
his range.
44 defense. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Running the show for Pittsburgh under 5 minutes to go. Handoff. Connor ripping through. Connor takes it inside the 15 for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6. Another give. Connor is stacked up. Could not break away with Michael Pierce there. This is now a 3rd and 5 for Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels is in. Hodges operates from the gun. Hodges, a floater. Caught by Samuels, but read well by Anthony Levine, stepping in for Tony Jefferson. Helped lead the Steelers down the field. 33-yard attempt. Boswell's got it. Steelers take the lead 23-20 with 2:37 left.
If Cleveland loses to San Francisco, we got a whole bunch of guys tied.
Booming kick coming out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 25. Jackson gets out of the pocket. And Jackson will take it out of bounds after picking up a couple. Shotgun for Jackson. Rush coming. Jackson gets rid of it. It's caught by Ingram. Tries to spin. And a flag down as Jackson took a hit back at the 17-yard line.
Roughing the passer, number 92, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Jackson floats it over to Snead for a first down into Pittsburgh territory across the 45.
51 this season.
That ball may have been tipped at the line. It didn't matter. Jackson will flip it. Caught by Ingram. Takes it inside and spins it to the 41-yard line. Mark Andrews has returned for the Ravens after an apparent shoulder injury. Handoff. Ingram chugging hard up the middle inside the 35.
Along the defensive line.
Jackson will keep it himself. He's got the first down. And the spin move to the 30 picks up 5. Fitzpatrick, the tackle for Pittsburgh. We're down to 125 and counting. Brown sets up on the outside. Jackson hits Andrews for a short gain. Jackson steps. Jackson trying to run. Jackson is dumped at the 30-yard line. Clock. They handle the rush. Jackson looking for it all. Seth Roberts, the intended receiver, will snap it. Cook the hold. Looking for the equalizer. 48 yards away. Justin Tucker drills it to the 9-yard line. And Tucker's going for the big kick. And is successful. Touchback, Steelers. Bonus football in Pittsburgh. The Ravens and the Steelers fittingly heading to overtime. Baltimore will have first possession.
It kind of gives you an idea of what Mike Tomlin's thinking.
Nick Boyle, the motion man for the Ravens. Give is to Ingram. Hit hard before he got to the line of scrimmage by Stephon Tuitt. Working from the gun. Jackson gets away initially. Can't get away on the second try. Bud Dupree from the gun, Jackson. Jackson lets it fly to the outside. Flag down. And Andrews is brought down off the field.
Illegal shift, numbers 89 and 11 on the offense. That penalty is declined. It's 4th down.
Sam Cook. Good punt. Switzer fair catch, and it brings him all the way back to the 31-yard line against their arch rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. On a give, Connor runs in, and the pile is pushed 5 yards. Shotgun. Hodges hits his man. Juju Smith-Schuster, the ball got lodged loose. Fight for it. The Ravens have it with Marlon Humphrey.
Knocked the ball out of Smith-Schuster's hands in the first quarter, and it's going to be Baltimore ball.
And the officials huddling up. Is it a clean catch
The ruling on the
and a
field
fumble?
is a catch and then a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Baltimore.
So the cause and the recovery by Marlon Humphrey here in overtime.
He tried to do this earlier, and Smith-Schuster shook it off and took it in for a touchdown. This time he hits the bonanza.
It looks like that ball may bounce out of bounds. Instead, for Baltimore, it remains inbounds, and it's Johnny on the spot. Or in this case, Marlon on the spot.
And there you are.
Well, right now, it's all about Marlon. This play under review, all turnovers.
You talk about crazy bounces. If it goes out of bounds, it's still Pittsburgh ball.
Yep.
At the sideline, I was speaking in reference to what would be a catch or not. That doesn't appear, as we look there, that there was any contact with the hand on the football. So I'm still playing this as not a ball out of bounds and a live football. I'm also playing that catch as a catch fumble on there. So I think we're clear on whether this gentleman's touching the football as he's out of bounds. And that's one.
After reviewing the
Right
play,
foot
the
two.
ruling on the field stands. Please reset the game clock to 7:27. 7:27 on the game clock.
They've got Ingram in the pistol. Fake it. Jackson, the zigzag move. And hit along the sideline in just his 2nd season in the NFL. This is a 2nd and 7 for Baltimore. On a give for Ingram. Legs churning. Ingram twists and turns inside the 30 for 2. Ricard and Ingram in the backfield. Jackson will keep. And he's inside the 30 for a yard. 46-yard attempt. Cox to snap it. Cook the holder. And the kick is good. Ravens win. Justin Tucker connects. It zags through. Baltimore knocks off Pittsburgh in overtime, 26-23.